Hey friends, how's it going? All right, I'm it. I've been tagged. I've been tagged like 5 times, so I'm definitely it. I know I'm probably going to be the last gardener in the YouTube community to do the 5 questions, 5 answers tag. But I want to thank, first of all, the people that did nominate me. I've been watching this young lady for, I don't know, it's got to be 9 months or a year now, and just love seeing how her garden's progressing, and whatever, her kids are always in the garden, and things are happening. So Purple Sweet Pea, I want to thank you for nominating me, and the way you say my channel name, I think it needs to be like the ringtone on my phone, or like an alert for text or something. It's so proper. I love it.
A little dirt never hurt.
And the next person that nominated me was like a huge surprise. I've been watching him for years, and it's like not even an allotment, it's like a small holding or something. It's amazing. And the amount of produce that he grows, it's just really cool to me. I mean, I started making videos about a year ago, and I have been watching him for easily 2 years longer than that. So to have him nominate me is very cool. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that.
That one. And then there's Little Dirt Never Hurts.
And next person to nominate me, fairly new channel, and I've absolutely, loved their channel from the very first time when I watched it. He's walking down his, long alleyway down to the allotment and just having a chit chat. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty listenable too, like it's very, easy going, gets down to the allotment. They got things going on. He's helping a mate of his, a buddy of his, with a plot just down the way. So very enjoyable. I enjoy the channel, and thank you very much, Roger, for the nomination. I appreciate it.
Also, A Little Dirt Never Hurt. Brilliant. I love watching your channel.
Okay, and the next person, I only met him really because of these tags. Somebody tagged him, and I was kind of like, well, I've never heard of Sapper Gardener before, so I went over and checked him out, and man, love the way the guy thinks. Love it. Got his kids involved. He does a bunch of season extension, raised beds, permaculture type ideas. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the nomination, and I'll try and keep my channel as entertaining as I can.
A Little Dirt Never Hurt, which is a really entertaining channel there.
All right. So the next person that nominated me in this is Cookie's Allotment. This guy's allotment is absolutely crazy. I love it. I grew up watching UK gardeners. I love all your clean borders and your straight lines and your perfect spacing in between the plants and the rows. Trust me, I love it. Okay, but this guy's allotment is insane. He's got like mannequin legs sticking up and metal artwork. He's got a bar with a pirate theme. Like I just love it. I love it. Anyway, thanks, Cookie. Totally appreciate it, man.
A Little Dirt Never Hurt. These are my 2 American.
What? Really? Come on, man.
There are only 2 things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Okay. So thanks again to all the kind folks that nominated me, and I'll do a little front yard march food forest tour for you. This is going to be exciting, folks, while I answer these questions, but here we go. All right, so why an allotment, or why garden, why grow? Honestly, it really started off with just the desire to have some good healthy food, stuff that I knew where it came from, how it grew. And that was plenty, to be perfectly honest. I mean, for the first little bit, I enjoyed the heck out of that. And then, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago, I started, just kind of out of the blue, started dealing with some anxiety and depression, which was very, very odd to me. I was always involved in sales, dealing with the public, go, Mr. Positive, everything's hunky-dory all the time. I don't know if I just ran that battery low, but, I don't know. I never dealt with anything like that before. I remember the first time I had an anxiety attack, and I thought I was going to die. I thought I was having a heart attack. Heart's pounding out of my chest. I'm sweating. I feel like running away, but I don't know where I want to go, you know? You know, and then whatever, I talk to other people that have dealt with the same thing, and they're like, oh yeah, that's anxiety. And I'm like, what do you mean just, oh yeah, what? And, you know, whatever. I mean, there's certainly through a 7-month winter, there are days when, I don't know, you know, doing a whole heck of a lot, getting up, getting dressed, getting showered, that's, sounds pretty ambitious. So, I did not enjoy those feelings whatsoever. And there's a bunch of other gardeners that have brought it up in some of their videos. And, you know, it's just sort of a consensus that gardening takes a little bit off the mind when it comes to that type of stuff. So, I have definitely noticed a difference in the last couple of years. I think been putting in maybe, I don't know, more of a mental effort to look at the hope side of gardening, because it is like the exact opposite to depression, to me anyway. It's, you're excited, there's expectations, there's, you know, you hope that seed germinates, you hope you don't screw something up when you transplant it, you hope you have a great harvest. There's expectations, and they tend to be more on, you know, more on the positive side, right? Anticipation. So I think that's probably, at this point, that's probably the biggest thing that gardening and allotmenteering and growing things does for me. Just a little more stable, a little happier. I like eating good food, but let's be honest, you know, I like smiling too, and I like moving around and doing stuff, so yay gardening. Alright, so second question is, why YouTube? Well, that's a fairly easy answer, actually. Look at all the yarrow still out there, hanging out, looking good. YouTube, I started watching probably 5 years ago, and it was all gardening stuff that I was watching. And I was pounding through it every single winter. What can I learn? You know, I mean, you know, whether it's been whatever, the last 3, 4, 5 years. Nick's Allotment is one that I've watched consistently over that time. Muddy Boots, I've watched him quite consistently over a long period of time. I don't think that pepper's going to make it. You know, Homegrown Veg, Allotment Diaries, Charles Dowding. I'm sure I'm missing some. Sean James Cameron. Like, just all the UK growers that, you know, whatever, make it look so easy. I'd binge over that stuff in the winter and see what I could learn. See if I could change anything, tweak anything. I think I might need to dig that out a little bit more before I go getting in there. Still a foot of snow out here. But, you know, more than anything with YouTube, what I wanted was, I wanted some camaraderie. I wanted, you know, kind of hoping to make some friends with similar interests. You know, I don't have a whole lot of people directly in my life that are really into growing. Like, they just love it and they talk about it all the time. So I figured if, you know, if I got on YouTube, then, you know, what the heck, hey? I mean, there's a good chance that some of these gardeners might want to chit-chat about gardening, and I was right. I've got, probably 6 or 7 different people that I chit-chat with, text with, email, Skype, phone calls, whatever, what have you, about the next projects, about stuff that we're working on together. This is that Purple Mountain Auric spinach that I sent a bunch of seeds out to. There's going to be so much of that growing around here. But yeah, YouTube, I just wanted to, meet people with similar interests. That was kind of my biggest thing. How long have I been growing for? Whatever, we built this house 10 years ago, and I put the gardens in right away. So 10 years consistently, probably 13 or 14 over the grand total of things. What do I grow? I mean, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I mean, it's a little bit of everything, right? I mean, just kind of all the staples, right? Your potatoes and your peas and your beans, and I mean, I tore out the front, and that's all fruit trees, fruit shrubs. perennial medicinal herbs, perennial edibles, stuff like that. So I'm trying to get a food forest going on up there. I'll grow just about anything that's legal. Anything. I've steered away from some of the warm weather stuff. Just such a short season. I barely have 100 days of frost-free weather. So, I steer a little bit clear of stuff like... I'm going to try some okra this year, and I'm actually going to try some melons. But, things like that, it's a little dicey. It seems like a lot of square footage to waste to grow something that just does not like a foot of snow, right? What's my favorite thing to grow? I don't want to be lame and say I love growing everything. Harvesting potatoes is... Like, growing potatoes is about the same as growing anything else. It's the harvesting of potatoes that's, I don't know, it's so fun. It's been disappointing the last couple of years, but, for a little while, it's still fun. You're anticipating something. Yes, more scab. Excellent. So, hey, this year, totally new year. So, did I get them all? I think I got them all, didn't I? Mental health, why YouTube? How long have I been growing? What do I grow? And what's my favorite thing? Okay, so I got those. All right, I'm going to give a little shout out or a nomination to 5 people, which is going to be kind of difficult because I think every gardener in the community has already done this. But whatever, I'll dig around. I'll find a couple that haven't. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, so for my tags, who am I going to tag? The first one's going to have to be Patricia Nube. Did I say that right? Nube? I'm pretty sure I did. I've been practicing. So, Patricia, thank you so much. You definitely were a huge part of the Plants Are Sexy and I Grow Them video, so thank you very much for that. You remind me so much of my mom. My mom worked with disabled folks and mental disabilities, and I know that that's somewhere in your wheelhouse with what you do as far as taking care of people goes. You knit, she knits. I don't know. It's just been a pleasure getting to meet you, and I would love to hear your answers to the five tags, 5 questions, whatever this is. Who else? I tagged him once before. Maybe I have done a couple other tags. I don't know. My very first tag, I tagged him, but he disappeared off of YouTube. Like a fart in the wind, he was gone. Puff. Scott Huey. You watch. I know you watch now. I seen you. You're on other people's... I seen you in the comment section, Scott. Can't run away from it forever, buddy. So I'd like to... Scott Huey. I'd like to nominate you. Italian Job 77. I don't even know his name. Italian Job 77. He's... I don't know. We got along, like, right at the very start there. Just chit-chat back and forth on comments, and then I did a video where I was trying to help out a friend of mine, CB. He was going through cancer surgery, wasn't going to be working, and he was the first person from overseas that sent me a private message like, hey man, I'm trying to help you all out, but that's not working. And so I got back in touch with CB, and then back in touch with him, and he kind of agreed to be our guinea pig to make sure that, that everything worked. And I can't even tell you how much that meant to me. So he's got an unbelievable plot. I don't want to spoil everything, but he's building a shed that's twice the size of my house. It's going to be interesting. So Italian Job 77, if you're interested, I would like to hear your answers. Let's see here. I know I said I have like 6 or 7 really good friends that I met on YouTube. Alex is one of them at Grow and Tell. Love you, sis. And she already nominated Tomatin. But I will second that. I recall requesting nicely if she could maybe give a little tour of her little acreage there in Sweden, and she did, and it's just as cool as I thought it was. But I'd like to know a lot more. I'd like to know, when you started growing, why you grow. Like all the questions. So Torp, if you're interested, now you got 2 tags there, my friend. Okay, so you know who else? Muhammad Khan. He so this fella leaves a comment on one of my videos, and I said, oh, okay, cool, right on. So I answer his comment, and I look over at his his little picture, and it's his channel name is Happy Plants. Really? I like Happy Plants. So I go over and check it out, and he's over in Pakistan. sort of the northeast area. So all of his videos are in Urdu, which, you know, whatever, 10 million people over there speak between India and Pakistan. I'm going to be sending him a whole bunch of seeds, which I'm totally excited to see how some Canadian seeds do over there. Completely different climate, but trying to pick things smart. You know, I remember when I first started watching his videos, it was kind of funny because I don't speak Urdu or Urdu or however you pronounce that. And, you know, you know, radish. I'm like, oh, I caught that. I caught radish. So, whatever. I enjoy his videos. And then I remember leaving a comment one time saying, man, I wish you had subtitles. Guess what? He has subtitles now. Again, just a different part of the world. I really enjoy, you know, watching and learning, you know, from everybody. So, definitely, Mohammed, if you're interested, I'd like to hear your take on these questions. All right, guys, sorry so much for rambling as long as I did, but, you know, you guys asked, so part of this is your fault. And most of you will put this on double speed anyway, and some of you will click through. I'm looking at you, William. I'm looking at you. Anyway, have an awesome day. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.